What's up, Fruitful investors? In this video, I'm gonna talk about the 4 popular ways to real estate investing and how you can make money. Stay tuned. What's up, guys? You know I love real estate investing. I've been investing for the past 12 years and we've bought and sold over 100 properties, and I've helped so many clients because I am a realtor specializing with investors in my local area. So I've helped so many people do this with the same boring strategy that I didn't invent. I got passed down from smarter, older people from me saying, Matt, you gotta do these things, trust me. And I did, and it's working really well. So I'm gonna share with you guys the 4, I would say the most popular ways. There's a million ways to make money in real estate. These are the 4 most realistic and most popular ways. So let's get into it. Number 1, we got the buy and hold. Now, this is the most tried and true. Real estate has been around for thousands of years. It's not going anywhere. People will always need a place to live in. And one of my favorite sayings for real estate is they're not making any more land. There's only so much land that is here on earth, not making any more of it in these specific, like good quality towns. Obviously there's a ton of land throughout the earth, but in New York City or Toronto or these good areas, Miami, there's only so much land. So if you can get good quality properties, you're gonna do very, very, very well. Now, why I love buy and hold is that most millionaires throughout history did so through real estate investing, and specifically through buy and hold. Why? Like I said, it's tried and true. If you buy a house today for $500,000, let's say, in 5 years, if you're buying in a good area with good economic fundamentals, all the nerdy shit that I like, which we'll get into in one sec, it is almost guaranteed in 5 years from now, it'll be worth more money. In 10 years, 100% it's worth more money. In 30 years from now, you could probably be a multi-millionaire just on that one deal. If you buy one house and hold it for 30 years, you're gonna be probably very, very, very wealthy. So what to look for in an area, and why does buy and hold work so well, and what should we look out for? Now, area is so key. Like you've heard the saying, location, location, location. So what we look for is GDP growth, job growth. Now I've been talking about this forever. And by the way, these are all teachings from Don Campbell, a very amazing Canadian real estate investor where I learned 90% of my theory and everything from. This guy is amazing. So this isn't stuff that I made up, and he didn't make it up either. This is tried and true, but he's a big speaker on this. So we look for areas that have GDP growth, job growth. When we have job growth, it automatically leads to population growth. Why? People want to move into an area where there's a lot of jobs. When a lot of people move into an area, it puts upward pressure on real estate prices and rental prices. Why? More people are fighting over the limited amount of properties, because why? You can't make any more land. Like I said, there's only so much land and only so many houses you can fit in one area. When you have more people moving to that area for jobs, people fight over it basically, and the prices go up. There's competition. So that's why buy and hold works so well. It's tried and true. It takes the longest, I guess, to make the money, but this is where the real wealth is created. You want to hold your properties for 5 years, 10 years, and 30 years, like I was saying. Oh my God, if you have 5 properties, 10 properties, and you hold them for 30 years, okay, very, very wealthy. Next strategy we have, and I know your time is valuable, is wholesaling. Now with wholesaling, you probably heard about it, maybe you haven't. It's finding an off-market deal. So it's usually a motivated seller that is not selling on the MLS or with a realtor. They don't want to do that. They want to sell the house quickly, yes, for a lower price, because they just want it easy. They just want out. Maybe they have a hoarder house. Maybe somebody died. Maybe they're having a divorce. They just don't want to deal with putting the house on the market, fixing it up, having a realtor come in, having their neighbors be snoopy and come in for the open house. So a lot of people, a good amount of people, want to skip all of that and just sell directly to a home buyer, which is probably a professional investor like us. So wholesaling though means you're not actually buying the property and closing on it. You're gonna lock up the deal at a lower price. Let's say the house is worth on the market, should they have sold with a realtor, maybe it would be worth 500 grand. They're gonna buy it under contract for 420 grand, way below market value. The seller knows this probably, but they're so motivated, they just gotta sell it, man. And then this investor here is gonna sell the contract to an investor like me who's a flipper for, let's just say, 440. And then they're gonna pocket the 20 grand in the middle on closing day. So they're happy because they got a great deal. The seller's happy because they're done with the house, and I'm happy because I still got a house that's worth 500. I bought it for 440. Everybody's happy. So that's a wholesaler, which is essentially kind of, nobody in the industry likes to say this, but straight up, basically, a wholesaler is a realtor kind of without a license who's the middleman. They're finding the house, getting it under deal, and they're selling it to an investor on their list like me. It's kind of like what a realtor does, but more strategic and more important if you're a flipper like me. Now, number 3, going right after this, the other strategy on how to make money in real estate is just straight up flipping. So we'll buy this deal and then we'll close on it, we'll renovate it, we'll make it look like the HGTV property or TV shows, make it look all amazing, and then we'll sell it for retail value, maybe at 600K, right? We bought it for 480, we put in, easy math, 60 grand, we're now into it for 500, and then we sell it for 600 grand, it's 100 grand in the middle after fees and lawyer fees and realtor fees and all the shit, which is why wholesalers don't do this, all the fees. Maybe we'll walk away with 60 grand in our pocket, right? Wholesaler made 20 grand on an easy little flip, but we did the work, we get a little more for it. We made the 60 grand, give or take, right? So that's what flipping is. And I'll give you one little tip here on how to know how to find a good deal or what price to pay. Because when you're flipping real estate, price is the most important thing. You must get a deal. You must buy below market value. It's the only way flipping is gonna work. You can't buy this house at 500, which is what it's worth, put in the 80 grand and sell it for 600, like this example just did. After fees and lawyer fees and blah, 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 you'll be in it for 620 probably. So you lost 20 grand. So you can't buy market value properties when you're flipping. You gotta buy under, which is why we like wholesalers, or we can find the deals ourselves, which is what I do. I've built an entire wholesaling business for myself. I don't really wholesale deals out. I find the deals, I lock it up, and then I finish it at the low price. I don't sell it, I keep it, I finish it for maximum profits. Now, the price formula you wanna know is, talk about this all the time, is after repair value, which is how much is this house gonna be worth when it looks amazing, fully renovated. What can I sell it for? That price times 80% minus the renovation cost equals your max price that you can pay for the house. So why are we taking 20% essentially out of the deal, right? We're timesing it by 80%. Because 10% is probably gonna go to financing, 3% is gonna go to like holding costs and property taxes and blah, blah, blah. 2% will go to other unforeseen costs. And the idea is we'll profit 5% of the deal. That's our net profit. So that's how we take 20% right out of the deal. And then we haven't renovated it yet though, right? So if we gotta renovate it, we take that out. That's the most price we can pay. So for example, in my area, the average detached house, when pimped out, Fruitful style, is worth 600 grand. If I times that by 80%, if my math is correct, because I do this so much, that's 480 grand. So before I even go to the house and meet the seller, I know in my head, I'm already at 480. And then I'll go into the house, I'll walk around, I'll see how much work's gotta be done. Yep, it's gotta take 80 grand, the average Fruitful renovation amount for a single family house. So I gotta subtract $80,000. That means the max price I can pay is 400K. If you do this formula and your numbers are correct, it is almost impossible for you to lose money on a flip. Tried and true. I do it all the time in my business. We do 25 to 30 flips a year. This is exactly how we find out what price we should pay. So flipping is a fantastic strategy on how to make money, but I would say also it's more of an advanced strategy, more of a veteran strategy. If you're a newbie investor, please, please, please go to the buy and hold for a couple of years, build your net worth, build some skills, build some thick skin, because you'll be going through all some bullshit, I'm sure, from being a landlord. Trust me, you will. And that'll get you ready for the flipping game. Last but not least, the fourth way on how to make money in real estate is the BRRRR strategy. Buy, rent, renovate, refinance, repeat. So it's almost like a flip. We're gonna do the whole flip. We're gonna buy it ideally under market value. We're gonna make it look amazing. And instead of selling it like I would do for a straight flip, we're gonna then refinance it at the top value. For this example, right, we bought at 440, we put in 80 grand, now we're in for 500. Instead of selling for 600, I'm gonna refinance, put a mortgage on it for 600, pull some money out, and then keep it as a rental property, and then sell it 3 years from now, 5 years from now, and make even more money. So So there's a ton of ways on how to make money in real estate. If some of that went over your head, keep watching the YouTube channel. I have so many videos on here to teach you guys about BRRRRs, flipping, wholesaling, and buy and holds. There's a ton of information on here. If you guys like this video, if you learned anything, please smash that like button and hit that subscribe button so we can see more of each other. I'll see you in the next video.